Hi, everybody. Hi, welcome, everybody. How are you doing today? Well, thank you so much, everybody, for joining, and welcome to today's Mangomint Feature Spotlight. My name is Abby. It's so great to have you all here. So really excited to have today's Feature Spotlight webinar. Today, we're going to cover our recently added image markup feature. This is a really cool enhancement that we've added to our integrated forms add-on to really make that add-on more powerful than ever. It's also a pretty new feature. So we just released image markup back in December, and we'll be continuing to make enhancements to that as we go, but it's such an exciting feature. And this feature is really perfect for massage therapists, med spas, and all kinds of other businesses as well. So you can use image markup to do a lot of different things. And really, take your forms to the next level when it comes to identifying treatment areas and injection sites. You can use it to do things like document treatment plans, track progress, and a lot of other things as well. So in today's webinar session, we're going to focus specifically on using image markup for massage therapy. But again, you can use this feature for all kinds of other services as well. So even if you're not, an owner or a manager of a massage practice, for example, if you provide other services, I think you'll still get a lot of great takeaways from today's webinar. So let's go ahead, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in and check out image markup and see how you can use it in your massage therapy practice. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharing my screen, and then we will just dive right in. Let me go ahead and start sharing. Okay, perfect. And I'm sharing my Mangomint app now. Of course, if you guys can't see that, just let me know. Feel free to put a message in the chat. Okay, so this is the Mangomint app. Of course, I'm here at the Seven Lakes Spa. This is one of my demo accounts. And so, we're right here on the calendar screen, but we're actually going to head over to our integrated form. So what I want to show you guys first is how you can add the image markup field to your form templates. So we're here at the calendar, of course, but let's go ahead and now go to the form templates. So we're just going to click on settings, and then we're going to click on form templates. So I'm just going to click that. And now we're here at our form templates. Okay, so of course, this is where all of your forms will live inside of your Mangomint account. This is where you're going to store and kind of manage your client forms, your staff forms, and also if you're using any external forms that really anybody could fill out, such as maybe you want to link to a form from your website, you would handle all of that in here. And something else I do want to point out to you before we get too deep into our forms, something that is really important here is I just want to remind everybody that's listening that Mangomint is HIPAA compliant. So if you're watching this webinar and you do need HIPAA compliance, maybe you do have a massage practice, maybe you have a med spa, whatever it may be. But if you're in a type of business that does require that HIPAA compliance, let us know and we can definitely help you get started with that. So I always like to call that out as well, especially when we're talking about our integrated forms, and especially when we're, talking about types of features for med spas or massage therapy, anything like that. So let's go ahead and we're going to go and now check out one of the forms that I've already created. So I do have a few forms here. You can see I've got, client health and medical history, job application, client intake form, but I actually want to open up this one here. It's called our massage client assessment and soap notes form. So as you can see here, I've already set this up a little bit. So this is a form that I have for the spa that we have here that's offering massage services. And this form is going to be filled out by staff members. So you can see here who fills out this form. We already have it set to staff members. So it's going to be filled out by the provider whenever somebody comes in for any type of massage service that we have. So if you kind of scroll down here, we can see how often does it need to be filled out. It is for every appointment. So I have that set. And then which appointments is it for? So again, this is where I have it set to basically only be used for appointments in specific categories. So this is really nice because you can just choose an entire category here. So if you have a massage practice and you want to use a form like this, you can just say it's for all services in categories in the massage category. So any type whether I have a Swedish massage, a deep tissue massage, whatever it may be, that that service is going to use this form. So let's now go over to our form fields. So I'm going to click on that. And here you guys can see that I've added actually a lot of different fields to this form already. So I have, of course, your standard information here. I've got name, birthday, date of appointment and appointment details, what's the duration of the massage treatment, soap notes, we've got that here. We've got, and then we have more details here for all of the different soap notes. So we've got a section for subjective, objective, assessment, and plan. And then we have a place for the provider to add their signature as well. But now I'm going to show you how to add the new image markup field to our form here. So let's go ahead and just do that. And we'll just click here where it says add form field. Okay, so I have clicked on that. And then now I'm going to scroll down, and this is where we can choose from our available fields that we have. So right here, if you look where it says image markup, this is the new image markup field that we have added. So I'm going to go ahead and select that. And then this is now where we're going to kind of configure all of the settings for this image markup field in our forms. So let's go ahead and customize this field even further. So first, you can see here, we do need to choose a prompt. So the prompt, again, keep in mind, this is the prompt that staff members are going to see when they fill out the form, because as you guys saw previously, this is one of our staff member forms. It's only filled out by staff members, never by clients or somebody else. So let's go ahead and add a text for our prompt here. So let me just add something here. I'll say something like, please, add your treatment notes. Just add that here. Please add your treatment notes. And then I'll say, and mark up the body template, because we're going to add a template. I'll get to that in a moment. So that's the prompt that we'll have for the staff members there. So again, just to give them an extra clue and guidance about how they should fill out this form. And then next you can see here, it says enabled markup tools. So this is where we can actually choose the enabled markup tools. So I'm going to click into this just so you guys can see all of the different tools that we have available. So we do have 8 powerful different markup tools here available for you to use. So we've got everything from a pen, we've got note, arrow, rectangle, line, all of those items are here. And this is actually really cool as well. I love this setting because it really gives you granular control. So you can completely customize the markup tools that are going to be available in this form field, really based on who is filling out the form. So that's really nice. So if you have a client filling out this form instead, for example, instead of a staff member, maybe you wouldn't want to give them access to all of the different markup tools. So it's really easy. You can kind of go through. Maybe you want to only let them add text, for example. You could just select that one. So I love that. I'm just going to go back and reselect all of these, because for this form, we have staff members filling it out. I want to give them as many tools as possible so they can visually mark it up how they want to. So I'm just going to leave all of those enabled. But I really love that setting. So I love calling that out as well. Okay, so now we have all of the tools are enabled. And so next, we do need to select what type of image is going to be used for this form field when we use the image markup feature. So something to know about the image markup feature, and every time you add this field to a form, basically you get to decide whether you're going to have a pre-selected template. So that would be this one that you would already provide when either clients or staff members fill out the form. Or you can also choose this user provided option right here if you want the user to be able to upload their own image or a photo while they're filling out the form. So for this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose the first option here for a template. So because we actually have a template that we're going to use for this. So this is really helpful for, massage therapy practices and spas who are offering massages. If you have various forms that staff members are filling out, and if you want to provide a template in advance, such as a body chart, you can use this for that. And something else, you guys should, I really want to make sure aware of this as well. A lot of you listening, you may already have body charts and templates that you're already using, and that's totally fine. You can bring all of those to Mangomint and upload them here. So any ones that you already have on hand. But if you don't have a body template on hand already, or a chart you like to use, we actually do have a couple of different body templates available to get you started. We do have face templates as well, but that's usually a little bit more helpful for a med spa or something like that. But especially for massage practices, we have a couple body templates. We do have one that shows the front and the back. And then we also have a body template that shows all sides of the body. And so you can download those templates from our Learning Center. We have an article that's dedicated to image markup, and you can download them right there. And so both of those body template options are really great for dedicated massage therapy practices, or if you have a spa that's offering massage services. So that's super helpful in case you don't want to make your own template. So let's go ahead and we're going to upload one of those body templates that I was talking about to this form. So I'm just going to click here and click upload image, and then I'm going to grab one of our body templates here. So I'm going to grab one now, and I'm just going to upload it, and it's uploading right now. Okay, and there we go. There is the body template that we've added. So that is all ready to go. And then I'm going to go ahead and just save it. Okay, perfect. So now that is set up there, I might, let's see, I'm going to reorder this real fast. I think I want to have the image markup field come before the signature. So I'm just going to go and reorder that real quick. So that looks better now. And then I'm going to hit done. Okay, so I think this is looking pretty good. So we've added the image markup field to our form right here, and as well as we have all these other fields ready to go. So now let's go ahead and see image markup in action, and I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when a staff member fills out the form for an appointment. So now we're going to jump over to our calendar. So let's go back over there. Okay, so let me head over there. We'll just click on that. Okay, so now we're back on our calendar here on the today, January 23rd. So let me look here. We have a lot of different appointments already scheduled. Obviously, these are in different, different status, different appointments here. But you can see here that we've previously scheduled this appointment here for a deep tissue massage with Kyle Murphy. So he's our client that's coming in for a deep tissue massage. And so he's actually in service right now. So the provider's already been working with Kyle doing his deep tissue massage. And you can click here. And so now that the massage has been completed, let's just say in this example, we can see that we have a couple forms we need to fill out. So obviously he would have already completed his client intake form. This is just a demo. But you can see here, we do have the massage client assessment and the SOAP notes form that we were just looking at before. So this is ready to be filled out. So I'm now going to go ahead and just as the staff member, I would go and just click on here, and then I just click fill out. So let's go ahead and fill that out. And so now we can just go ahead and start filling out the form. So let me look here. We can just start adding some information. Just going to add some quick information here. Okay. And then we have the appointment details. I'll just go ahead and fill this out. SOAP notes, we won't get into adding all of these just in the interest of your time. So I won't go through, but of course, normally the staff member would go through and would go ahead and add all of their SOAP notes there in the different fields. But I want to scroll down here because I really want to show you guys image markup. So now we can see here that we have the image markup field and the body template that we added. It's all right here and it's ready for us to go ahead and start annotating the image. So in order to do that, all we do is click markup image. So I'm going to click on that. Okay. Okay, perfect. So now that we've clicked on that, this is now opened up our really easy to use image editor. Our image editor is, it offers a variety of different markup and annotation tools. Let me kind of give you guys a bit of a tour and show you guys some of the tools up top that you have at your disposal. So I'm just going to click up here. We do have a pen and a highlighter tool. As you can see here, you can just easily choose between those. Also, you can easily, go over here. You can change the color. You could even add your own custom colors if you want. So if I click on that, you can actually go here and choose custom colors. So if you even have very specific colors you want, maybe even you want to use your brand colors or something like that for some reason, or maybe you guys already have specific colors that you're using to indicate different treatment areas, pain points, things like that, and you want to make sure you stick to those colors you already have, you can easily create those custom colors. So we really give you guys a lot of flexibility here. So let me go ahead and close that. You can, of course, also do other things here. So if you want to change the width of the pen, for example, you can do that. You can make it a lot thicker. So for example, if I just do that, you can see how thick that can get. And then I'll just make that go back down. You could do something like that just to show you guys. Let me go ahead and delete those, keep this clean for you. We also have this note tool. So I really love this one. I think especially for massage practices, this will come in handy. So this lets you pinpoint different treatment areas, different pain points, things like that. And you can easily also add text notes to that as well. So if I go ahead and just click onto this, you can see that there's additional options here. So you can add a comment box, you can add an arrow, you can add this little like indicator, this circle indicator, or also an X. So you can use that as well. And we, kind of differentiate between your different annotations that you're adding to keep all of your notes really organized. And then you, of course, have a text box here as well. So this is really nice. You can just go and add text anywhere here on the image. And I'll show you guys what all of these, I'll kind of give you guys a bit of a demo in a second here. And then, of course, we have the shape tool as well. So tons of shapes available. We've got arrow, line, rectangle, ellipse. All of these are at your disposal. So depending on what you're trying to point out, you want to point out specific areas or issues or different point out areas where you want to use different types of treatments, things like that, different techniques, different massage techniques, you can use that for that as well. So really nice to do. So let me just go ahead and I'm just going to start, marking up this image. Let's say, we've of course had discussions with, Kyle, our client, during the appointment. So we've gotten a lot of good information from the client. And of course, the provider has been, assessing the client as well, observing them. So we can add the provider's observations and notes here as well. So let me go ahead and I'm going to add a note. Let's start with that. So let's say, for example, that Kyle had a recent injury to his right shoulder, and we do want to indicate that. So what we can do is just go ahead and we can click this. I'm going to use the X, for example. So let's go ahead and go to his right shoulder. And then I'm just going to click that. So now we can see that's added an X here. So we can just add some notes here. I'll say recent injury to right shoulder. Injury approximately 4 weeks ago. You can even, it's really easy to tab down if you want to put some space between the text you're adding. We can say pain currently a level 2, put 2 out of 10. We'll go with that. So now we've added some text notes there as well. And then I can go ahead and close that. And so it's really easy to see that again. So anytime I hover over that annotation that I added, you can see all of the notes you've added there. So keeping it really organized for you. So let me add a couple more markings so you can see what these other, how these other tools work. So let me add a shape here. So now I'm going to click over to our shape. And then let me add an ellipse, for example. So I'm going to go here and let me change the color. I think in this one, I want it to be kind of a red color. So I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then I can go ahead and I can even change, how the width of the line there. So I could do something like that. And then I'll go ahead and just indicate on his back here, kind of this lower back area. And as you can see, you can use these little corners, little dots here to drag and kind of change the shape as well. So really easy to change that however you need to. So if you want to make it really skinny, for example, you can just kind of use that, drag it down, use these little points on the ends here to size that however you need to. So I'm just going to do something like that. Maybe I want to add a note as well. So then I can go ahead here and go to our text area. And so then I could do something. Let me make the text a little bit smaller here. That was pretty large initially. So I'm going to say something like doll lower. So I'll say something like a doll lower back pain started after intense workout. Okay, and then we have that. And then it's really easy. Now that I've added that text here, as you can see, you can drag this anywhere you want. So you can have it here. And to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to put it near that marking, near the lower back. But you can put that anywhere you want. And you can even drag this as well if you want to change, again, the width of the text box, the height of it. All of that is really easy to do. And you can see it's automatically adjusting so that everything remains here on the template that we're using. So I'll just go ahead and add something like that. So now I have my notes there. And this text box is nice if you want to have some text that's really, immediately visible on the chart that you're marking up, then I recommend using the text tool. But if you have something where you don't mind if it's, you have to hover over to see it and you want to get a little bit more organized with your annotations, things like that, then you could use the note tool, for example. So kind of different use cases. It's really up to you depending on what you're trying to annotate, and really you can be as flexible as you want with it. So now let me add another one just so you guys can see, all these tools in action. So I'm going to add another note. Let me go back up here to my notes. And this time I'm going to use this little indicator here. So this little like circle, almost like a bullseye. And so this time I want to point out a massage focus area. So, we've had a couple areas that we've identified for pain, recent injuries, things like that. But this is going to be for a focus area instead. So let's go ahead and click on kind of the upper back, upper shoulder area. So I'll put something up here and then I'll say, I'll just add some additional text notes. So client works, we'll say that, Kyle, he's been spending a lot of time on the computer. So he works at a desk job. He's, often hunched over his computer all day. I'll say for, and then I'll say reports some tension, trigger points found as well. The provider did find some trigger points. And so we're just going to say wants to focus here. You can kind of put whatever, these are just some example notes here, but you can just add whatever you need there. And something else you'll notice too, you'll see as I go ahead and I tab down, you can see that actually, you can scroll as well. So I love that too. So I'll go ahead and close that out. So that is just kind of another massage focus areas that we've indicated there. You can see again, when we hover, we can see all of those nice notes we've added there. So now I've added some of those markings there. Also, something else that's cool is that you can use the shapes, for example, to indicate other focus areas, or even you could use the shapes to identify areas that you want to avoid, for example. So let me go ahead and grab a shape here. Let's just go ahead. We haven't used the rectangle yet, so let me go ahead and use that one. So I'm going to click on rectangle. And then for this one, let me go ahead and I'm just going to choose my colors up here. So for this one, I'm just going to use red again. And then this is also the fill color, so what it will be filled with. So I'm going to actually use red for both colors. But then this is nice. You can actually change the opacity. So I like, kind of playing around with this, because if you want to decrease the opacity, you can make it a little bit transparent so that you can still see the chart underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and reduce the opacity a lot here, do something like that. And then I'll just go ahead and, let's say I want to indicate, something over the feet, for example. Again, this is just an example, but I could go ahead and do that. And as you guys will notice here, you can see if I turn that opacity back up, you'll notice then it's almost, it's almost becoming solid again, but I'm going to drop that back down. So now it's really like super transparent. And then I'm just going to add a note. So let me add, maybe I'll add another note here. I can just go ahead and add, let me just use this one. I'll just add a little note. And then I'll just say something like, let's say, for example, for whatever reason, Kyle doesn't like to have his feet massaged. Like he's fine doing full body massage otherwise, but he doesn't love to have his feet specifically massaged. And he did let the provider know that. So we can just say, client, you could just put something like that. Client does not want to have feet massaged in future sessions. So that's just something that all the providers can reference in the future as well. When they go back and look at this submitted form, they'll be able to see that note as well. So we can just do something like that. So I'll go ahead and just close that out. Okay, great. So we've added a few different, annotations here on this body template. So now that we've added some markup here, let's go ahead and save it. And then we're going to submit our form. So once you're done adding all of your annotations, you'll just go ahead and click save and then click that. Okay, so now all of those are saved here. And as you can see, you have a little preview here of all of the annotations that we just added to this form, or to this form field here. So now that we have everything, obviously you would continue to fill out the form. Once that is complete, you could, sign it as the provider, and then you'll just go ahead and click submit. So we'll go ahead and click that. And now we can see that the form has been submitted successfully. Okay, so I'll go ahead and X that out. And so now we have this completed form, and then also that body template that we just filled out in today's massage session. So all of that are in that completed form, and it's going to be stored securely on the client's profile. And we can access that anytime in the future. So I can just go ahead, if I wanted to go check that out again. Let's say I'm here on my clients tab and I want to look up Kyle. I can just go here, click on Kyle Murphy. And then this is where we can see all the different client details. And so if we go here, click on forms, we can see that we did fill out, we submitted that form for the massage client assessment and soap notes. And if we want to go ahead and kind of expand that more, we'll just click on show details. And then we can go down here and then I can click this. And if I want to expand that and make it bigger, I can click that again and see all of the different notes that I've added. So we can see everything here and all of the notes whenever we hover. As well as the text and everything else we added. So really easy to see all of the information about your massage clients that are coming in, and go back and look at all the completed forms and see all of the completed forms that have the image markup field. So different providers can look and see the notes that other providers have left. So it's super helpful. Okay, let me go ahead and close that out. Okay, let me close that. So another scenario that I want to discuss as well is, what if you instead wanted to have your clients use the image markup feature, and you want to let them indicate their preferred massage focus areas and pain points? So you can definitely do that as well. It's really easy to add the image markup field to your client intake forms. And I'm going to show you guys how you can actually do that. So let's go ahead and I'll jump over and show you that in a second. But I think this is really cool because, a lot of times you want to let clients indicate their preferences for their upcoming massage. Maybe you want to let them point out, specific issues or areas they want to address during their massage. Maybe you want to let them describe current sensations that they're feeling. What if they have a sharp pain in their side or something, or they have bruising in a particular area that you want to make sure that the provider knows about in advance. So image markup is so great because it's really easy for your clients to communicate that information to you in a really visual way. So I've actually, I personally get a lot of massages as well. And I know that as a client, it's such a nice experience when I can go in and, when I'm filling out my intake forms, if there's a nice chart there where I can just easily go in there and add the information about my preferred focus areas or any recent injuries, things like that. As a client, I always really enjoy that because, it's a little bit tricky if you're trying to go in and, type a bunch of text or something, but you don't have a body chart or something to add it to. So it's really nice when you can put that, as a client, right on a body template and just point out the exact areas. So I personally have always really loved that from the client's perspective when massage practices offer that. So I think this is a really nice way for you, as an owner of, a massage practice or as a manager at a massage practice, at a spa, whatever it may be. It's really nice. You can set your massage providers up for success. And also you can use image markup to ensure that your clients are having the best massage experience possible. So let's now go and check out another form where we've set this up already. So we're going to go back over here and click on settings. And then I'm going to go back to our form templates. And this time we're going to look at a different form. So we previously were checking out the massage client assessment and soap notes form, but this time I want to show you guys the massage client intake form that I've set up. So I'm just going to go ahead and click on that one. And so let's take a look, take a little tour around this form. So you can see this is the client intake form I've set up before. Who fills this out? Of course, this is filled out by clients who book an appointment. You can see, how often do clients need to fill it out? We're having them fill it out every time they book an appointment. Of course, you could also just have an option, if they only fill it out once, you can do that as well. And then just like our other form, this is going to be used whenever we do have massages, any service that falls under the massage category, this form will automatically be added to that appointment. So let me go over and click on form fields. And so as you guys can see, I've already added quite a few different fields to this client intake form. Of course, a lot of your standard fields you'd have, your first name, birthday, email, all of that, contact information. Then it kind of goes into the client's history. Have you ever had a massage? How often do you receive massages? What types? Other information about the client, their health history, medications, surgeries they've received, other, medical conditions they might have, things like that, anything that your massage practice should be aware of before they're getting massage treatment. And then it goes into these other ones, of course, client signature, all of that. So what I've added here, though, I want to point this out. I have already added the image markup field to this form. So you'll know that this is the image markup field because you can see here we have this little, like it looks like a little pen or a marker or something like that. So we'll go ahead and click there, and then you'll see it already has a little, we can kind of see the prompt that we've already added here. So that's another visual cue. So when you're looking at all of your form fields, you know that you're looking at the image markup field right here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And so this kind of, now we can dive into the details here a little bit more. So we do have our prompt already. So again, this is the prompt for clients. So it just says, please indicate preferred massage focus areas, areas of discomfort, and recent injuries. So again, a nice little piece of guidance for clients, when they're filling out the form. And then this is where we have our enabled markup tools. So something else you'll notice here is that because we do have clients filling out this form, in this example, I decided to only let clients use 3 different markup tools. So I went ahead and I disabled some of these other ones. So in this example, clients can just use a pen, a note, and text as well. So let me go ahead and close that. And then, of course, we've added the template. So we have our template here. In this example, I've actually added a slightly different template. This is our other body template that we have available. Again, that's in our Learning Center. So you can see we have here, this one has all of the different angles of the body. So front, back, and the left side and the right side as well. So I'll go ahead and let me just close that, save it. We didn't really change anything. But now I want to go to the calendar and show you guys what this looks like for a client. Okay, clicking on calendar here. Okay, so now I'm back at my calendar. And so let me scroll down a little because I have a specific massage that I've set up previously. So if you look here, we have Andre's schedule for today. You can see that we've had our client, Wendy Cooper. She booked a prenatal massage for later today. And so basically, as soon as Wendy booked this appointment, I'll go ahead and click on it and it is confirmed. That's great. So, as soon as Wendy booked this appointment, she received an email using our automated messages feature. And that email had a link to complete the form. And so I won't go and show you that email, but I will show you guys what that form actually looks like. So, again, once Wendy received that email, there's a button right there that says complete form. So it's really easy for her. She just goes in there, taps that button, and then she's taken to the secure form. So now let me switch tabs and I'll show you guys what that form will look like. So let me just switch over there. Okay, perfect. And let me know if anybody can't see that. And so this is the massage client intake form. So once Wendy goes to her email and clicks to complete the form, then she'll just be taken right here. So she can go ahead and she can easily fill this out. So let me just go ahead and just start adding some information. To that one. Okay. And then we'll just add a little bit more details here. Okay, then we just go into her history. So I'll just quickly fill this out. Let's say she likes Swedish massage. So we'll just go ahead and put that. Okay, and then this is a prenatal massage. So she is pregnant. We will say that she is 2 months along. And then are you sensitive to touch pressure? No. Okay, any surgeries? we'll just say she got an arm surgery in 2012. And then we'll just go ahead and add some of this here. Let's say she's got some back or neck problems, and sometimes she gets vertigo. And then indicate how much pressure you prefer. So let's say she likes light and medium. So I'll go ahead and click that. And then now when we get to the image markup field, so again, your clients will just go here, and then this is where they can see that prompt that you added. So please indicate preferred massage focus areas, areas of discomfort, and recent injuries. So they can just go here. They can easily mark it up. So they'll just go here and click on markup image. Just like you saw before when the staff member filled out the form, you just do the same thing if you were a client. So we'll go ahead and just click that. And then again, as you guys notice too, because we reduce the number of annotation tools that are available, you can see that these are the only tools available to her. Although this still gives, as you can see, this still gives Wendy a lot of flexibility as she's filling this out. So now we can just go through, we can add a couple notes here. I have some knee pain right now. Started. She's got some knee pain. I'll just add a couple other annotations here. Maybe she wants to use the arrow. Just add that. So we'll say tension in shoulders and neck area. Please focus on this during my massage. So again, she's just kind of pointing out different areas that she wants the provider to focus on during her massage. And then we can also add, if you wanted, she could go through and she could draw on here as well. So, she could, do something like this. She can add little X's or, anything that she wants to do. She can even add like dots. I'm not quite sure. That one doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I'm just trying to show you guys what you can do with that, for example. Or you could use that, like say she has different pain points in the specific areas. For example, I guess you could use that to kind of indicate different pain areas. If you don't like those, it's really easy to just use the undo tool right here. And you can just go through like that and undo. So super easy to do that. Let me, I'll add another one here. Let's see. Please focus on feet as well. So we'll just add that. That's another focus area. And then let me add another one here. I'm going to do the X. Let's see. That. Please do not massage wrist. You just add any kind of notes that you want, that the client would want the staff member to know. And I can even continue to add. I can say like, I'm having she's going to be seeing a doctor soon about her wrist pain. It's very sharp pain. So for now, she doesn't want the provider to massage that. So you can just go ahead and add that. So super easy to add. So then again, for the clients, once they add all the annotations that they want to, and they feel good about, filling out this chart here, then they would just go ahead and save. So just go ahead and click save. And then of course they can see again, everything they added. Also, if they ever want to reset, it's really easy. Like if they want to clear everything out and start over, all they would do is click that reset button. So that's super easy to do as well. Reset it and then start over. And then of course, once she's done, she would just go ahead and fill that out. She'd sign it, and then she would just go ahead and submit it. Oh, and something else that I really want to point out here too is that, once that's submitted there, but the really nice thing about that is that your clients, they can of course fill out the forms on their desktop if they want to, but so many of your clients, I'm sure they're on the go, they are using their phones all day. So this is really nice because your clients can also fill out the form on mobile as well. So Image Markup works for both desktop and mobile. So no matter what device they're on, they can easily fill that out. And same for your providers as well. If your providers are using something else instead, doesn't matter what device they're using. So if they have an iPad or something like that, desktop, it's all going to work just fine for them. Okay, so let me hop back into my other screen here in just a second. And I'm also going to check now and just see if we have any questions that have come into our chat. Okay, and I do see we do have a question. So somebody has asked, can I add the image markup field more than once to the same form? So yes, that is a really good question. You can definitely do that. You can actually add the image markup field multiple times to a single form if you want. I can actually show you that real quick just before we run out of time here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on settings, and then let's go back to our form templates. So we're here at the form templates. And then let me just go ahead and I'll just click back into that first form I was showing you guys. And we'll click on form fields. So if we scroll down, of course, you can see we have the image markup field that we added here before. But if you wanted to add that again, you just click add new field, add image markup here. And you can add a different prompt if you wanted to. You could, you can completely control this, based on each field. So like each field can be controlled separately, which is really cool, all within the same form. So if you wanted to, have image markup multiple times in the same form, you can have it kind of behave differently even within the same form. So that's really cool. So you can definitely do that. You can just add your prompt, add your markup tools and all that, just like you did before. So yeah, you can definitely do that. So I'll go ahead and cancel that. Okay, let me see. I think that was the only question that came in. Just looking to see if there's any other ones. Okay, awesome. Well, I think that's going to wrap up today's feature spotlight. So, of course, if any of you guys have any questions about using image markup or any of our features that are here in Mangomint that you've seen during today's webinar, definitely start a chat with our support team. You can actually do that from right inside your app. And of course, check out our Learning Center. And also, if you found this interesting, be sure to check out our other webinars we have. We actually have webinars that are all about integrated forms in general. So, today's webinar was kind of a deep dive into the image markup field specifically, but we do have other webinars about integrated forms. And we also have another webinar about using image markup for med spas as well. So different kind of use case there. So if you're interested in that, you can find all of that on our webinars page of our website. Okay, well, thanks so much for tuning in today, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. All right, bye.